everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today we are going to be doing my homework. Um, I probably do a little reading today and a little reading tomorrow. It's a lot of reading to do. It gets worse and worse as the weeks go on. Hold on. I It's always something. If I can't get on Roku, matter of fact, I already got a second. I want all my destinations. Remove this. Um, Rumble. Give me a second to get on Rumble, y'all. I don't know which one it is. No, 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 no. It's not that. No, no, no. It's not that either. Forgot my password. It's been a minute. Let me see something. What the hell is going on? Dang, man. It's always something holding up the line. It's always something. So I'm rechecking my password and everything. Oh man. This is crazy, man. Okay, I'm in. Set up new stream. What? They changed it. Account settings. Account settings. Verification. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. This is some crazy shit. Go live. Create new live stream. The Kimberly Cloud Show LLC. Or join me guys. I do not. Primary category, entertainment. Secondary category, 24/7. Sorry, you guys. I just wasted. I didn't waste, but okay. So now what? Go to my StreamYard. Take off. Come back on. Where is it at? It's always something. It's not even on here. That's what I used to hate about Rumble. Did I do something wrong? You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm not playing that game. Edit custom RTP RTMP copy. It's always something. What's this? It takes longer and longer to wait for the stream. Okay. I'm just visit this page, copy your live streaming API URL, and then paste it below. Confirm. Copy. Copy. There it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Today, I will be doing my homework. Let's get started. So, hold on. Let's see. We'll be doing a little bit of reading because I looked at every week as it goes along, and it gets harder and harder with the reading. And I took a orientation group yesterday. Um, it was like a group class type thing, and she was saying how it gets harder and harder every week that goes by with the reading, and you can't just skim through it. So that's tough on me because I skim through stuff. I I read, but I also skim through stuff. And for the doctorate program, I probably can get away with skimming in this class, but probably not any other class. But it's like 6 different articles and 8 different articles and 10 different articles. So I have to get started with reading these 6 different articles from the paper. Um, and I want to make sure I get started on that because I have a project coming up for week 2 for Monday, and I want to do it on Sunday. So what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to read. Tomorrow I'm going to read because I have to do week discussion 2 tomorrow. I'm not going to read it ahead and then forget what I read. I'm going to read and type while I'm reading because I be done read and I will forget what I read that quick. I don't know, a short-term memory loss, weed smoking back in the day, that's where they come from, and so I just want to go ahead and read the 6 articles and go down the list of what I have to read. And it's some healthy articles. It's obese articles. I skimmed through I skimmed through them to look to see how they look, how big they are, and they're pretty healthy. So I want to begin it early. I had to call the University of Phoenix today about my student loans. Um, but other than that, let's do what I'm trying to finish my first discussion today. I'm not starting on my second discussion until tomorrow when it's due. But next week, once I finish everything for this week, for week 2, week 3, next week, I'm starting my discussions on Monday. I'm starting my discussions on Monday, and I don't care because I've written the teacher. I'm not saying it's the teacher fault. I know the teacher, this is the doctorate's program. It's not a master's program. It's a doctorate's program. It's a lot of writing, he has a lot to do, a lot. So, but I wrote him and I asked him if we can do it early. And I seen people get on there early. So I'm going to do my stuff on Monday and tell them I have the time to do it. You know, this is what I want to do so I can get a fresh start, and be ahead of the game, get some skin in the game. So right now what I'm going to do is the last discussion for discussion 1, and we'll work with a fresh mind because I've been on the phone for like 2 hours, and I like to get things done early. Had I not been on the phone for 2 hours, it would have been 8 o'clock. I got on here. So yeah. Um let's get started. I'm gonna connect y'all to the thing. So we only got 6 more weeks left. But it's going to be a long agonizing, and I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. Let me connect y'all now. I may turn off Roku. I'm cutting down on things. I'm cutting down on my bills. I'm cutting down on my bills. So I may turn off Roku TV. I'm gonna go on there. Matter of fact, I'm about to go on there now, real quick. So I can save as much money as I can. I want to know how many people watch my show. Nobody has been watching my show. Last day's 34 views. That's still not good enough. 11 views. That's still not good enough. 1 year. 125 views. Total device installs 53. Haiti 3. Mexico 4. Guatemala 4. Brazil 61. Ah, this is gonna hurt me. United States 48. Pakistan 2. Chile 1. Canada 1. I build it. But it's not enough viewing hours. 2.99 viewing hours for 125 people isn't a good thing. They watch more at night than the morning. I'll sleep on it. So let me show y'all peer review. This is my work for Monday. That's due on Monday, the 17th. Read the following articles in the university library and review distinguishing sources of type. Let's click on that and see what we're working with. Scholarly journals, trade publications, popular press, and the internet. I like that. Keep that open. Cool. Lots of reading. Read the following articles in the university library. These two articles. Analyze and evaluate the articles for their credibility as doctoral resource sources. Complete the source comparison matrix. Note, remember to proofread your document, including grammar, punctuation, citations, and formatting. Submit your assignment. So that's what I have to turn in by Monday. This is discussion number 2, that the learning activities is a lot. I was about to say, ain't no password to sign in. This is a lot. I have to do the introduction, leadership defined. And what I like to do is I like to write and read through this. I like to write and read and read through this as I'm reading, so it's fresh in my mind. But this is a lot to read to me. It is, and I'm going down a list of things. And that's one. And then, oh, that's library resources also have to read. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 articles that are required. These 5 articles are required. These articles right here, these 2 articles are recommended, but these 5 articles are required to read. So that's why Saturday is going to be a big day of reading. It's going to be probably a 3-hour video. I'm waking up early to do it. I have to go to the gym first. I want to work out at least 3 to 5 days a week. I want to do the treadmill for an hour. That way I can get at least a mile to 2 miles in. And it's not about getting a mile to 2 miles. It's about the incline. I want to get like a good incline, like do an incline for 3 minutes, do a regular walk for 3 minutes, do an incline for 3 minutes, do a run for 3 minutes, like go back and forth, accelerating my heart rate back and forth. The heart don't know what it want to do, walking for 1 minute as a cool down, running for 3 minutes, and inclining for 3 minutes. I want to get it to that point. Just an hour. I don't need, I mean, to tone up, yes, I need to tone up. But to work out and lose body fat, I can lose body fat doing that. Hopefully, because I'm on medication now. But you got this stuff, 5 of these for week 2. Ooh, what's week 3? 3 of these, week 4, 5, week 5, 4, week 6, 4, week 7, 4, week 8, 3. Okay, it's not that bad. Okay, okay, not that bad. But what I heard at that meeting yesterday, I give it to everybody that got their doctorates, because she kept saying this is the big boys club. I was laughing like crap, man. What I heard at that meeting yesterday was crazy. You know, this is an intro, but this isn't the intro class. They actually waived me for the intro class. I wish I didn't get waived for the intro class so I can have something under my belt, but this will be under my belt. Um, it's very difficult. It's very difficult, but it's doable, but it's difficult. But as time goes on, it gets even more difficult when you're reaching for your dissertation. You got to pick a topic by phase 2, and I'm just in phase 1, and you got to have a research topic. And yeah, maybe when I'm 50, I have the drive to do it. But right now, I don't have the drive to do it. After I pass this class with flying colors, maybe I'll go back for a double masters, or a use my GI Bill, my post 9/11, for a post double masters or something. But to get a doctorate, I was listening to her. I was actually on Facebook, but listening to her, and it's doable, but they put you through so much. If you don't have your spelling and all that great stuff down pat, which you can learn. You can get a tutor, you can get a tutor for this type of stuff. For English, all you need really is a tutor for English, and then what really got me saying no is the quantitative, that's what it's called, quantitative and qualitative research studies. That's where you got the bell-shaped curve and all of that, and I don't have time for that. I barely made it out with a B in my graduate studies, getting my bachelor's degree. I don't know. And then I took my master's program for statistics, and I had got a tutor. Um, I truly feel like she said one thing that caught my attention. She said, don't let this school revolve around your life. And since I'm going into the realm of having businesses, I will put school on hold, you know, and then the money ain't right with school, you know, per semester, you know, it's not right. It doesn't feed you. It doesn't feed you. Um, I hate to say it. So let's get started. It's gonna take me no time to finish this. Week 2, discussion 1. You gotta really want it, which I do. That's one thing I'm eager to get a doctorate, but it has to be at the right time where I'm not worried about money coming in. I'm not worried about my finances. I'm not worried. I am set. I want to be set by the time I'm 50, but retire by the time I'm 60. It could even be 70. As long as my motion range is good. I be feeling so bad when those uh ambulance trucks be coming around and they be making noise. I be like, dang man, they taking somebody to the hospital or driving to go pick somebody up. You know, one last thing. I just started reading. I can't say the same thing I said yesterday. Here we go. He sound like Astrodamus. Andy John Nickus. Wow, he has such a different name. Whoever named him is a unique character. I don't even think I pronounced his name right. Okay, reply. She showed me how to utilize the student library a little bit more, and I got a certificate for taking that class, and I have to show it in my 7th week, I think, 7th or 6th week, to get 25 points. So at least I got to see it live. She sent so much information, man. Good lady. She has her doctorates. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it. Constructive, let's see what he wrote. Mr. Williams wrote, constructive criticism is a type of feedback that is not threatening and is considered concrete and specific to a task. Okay, that's true. The the one providing the criticism should use consider a considerate tone, be encouraged, and willing to give hands-on help if need be. However, before giving constructive criticism, the one giving criticism should never reflect on if criticism is actually needed. Reflection allows the giver to focus on the motivations in wishing to deliver constructive criticism. I get what that means, but he wrote it in such a confusing way a little bit. In addition to reflection, the giver of constructive criticism should be emotional intelligence to raise their level of awareness. Oh, he didn't write this right. Moving on. He's supposed to write. He didn't even write about integrating feedback. Okay, we're going to do this. 3 concepts overall play a pivotal role in leadership and growth. Integrating constructive criticism is feedback given in a professional and positive manner that allows one to improve their performance. It allows us to highlight both weaknesses and strengths, specifically in improvements. Constructive criticism is used across the board from work to education. This concept is pivotal for education and growth. That's true. In a survey study for undergraduates, Fong found that students, I like how she did that word that. That's what I wanted to do like that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. In a survey study of undergraduates, Fong 2016 found that students most often define constructive criticism as providing a specific pathway towards improvement, coupled with a kind of delivery and some mention of strengths and weaknesses. Because you got to ease it in there. Integrating feedback. Let's just get out my Word document. What's this? Um, File, new document. Where's the other document? Okay, 150 words. Constructive criticism is also a two-way street. No, it's not. It's also a way that the employee can give feedback to the manager of why they need improvement. This can be instead of them just listening with no voice to communicate. There should be empathy and sympathy given in a stern way without negative feedback. That way, the employee wants to come to work and work proficiently. The employee could be, for example, I want some eggs. I got some eggs in there. I haven't cracked them open. Man, I was so pissed off when I seen that one of my eggs was cracked. I was like, what the hell, man? Why is my egg cracked? The employee could be, for example, going through dire situations. So the manager could give leave to the employee by telling them to come in but take some hours off for a couple weeks and then get back on the job. This is where integrating feedback comes in. A manager must actively listen to an employee situation in its entirety so that they can be sure they aren't being lied to or taking advantage of. Feedback and empowerment is when the manager tells staff I remember that movie, Night at the Roxbury, with Will Ferrell. I think that was his coming out movie. I'm not sure. He's been out for a while. Tells the staff employees. And they understand their situation and they okay, constructive criticism is also a way that the employee can give feedback to the manager of why they need improvement. This can be instead of them just listening with no voice to communicate. There should be empathy and sympathy given in a stern way without negative feedback. That way the employee wants to, if that way the employee wants to come to work and work professionally. The employee could be, for example, going through dire situations. So, come on. I knew it was a comma right there. The manager could give lenience to the employee by telling them to come in but take some hours off for a couple of weeks and then get back on the job. This is where integrating feedback comes in. A manager must actively listen to employees, to an employees, to a an employee situation in its entirety, comma, so that they can be sure they aren't being lied or taken advantage of. Feedback and empowerment is when the manager tells the staff that they understand their situation and that they can reason with them. They work. Okay. Okay, that's done. Read it tomorrow. Extra, extra. Read all about it. Give me a second, you guys. Okay. I will be talking through this, giving you my opinion about it. Ugh, pop my back. Oh, that feels so good. That's why I wear this thing. because it's for my back. I'm not wearing it to look cute. If it was not to look cute, I would wear it anyway. If it was for my back and not to look cute, I would wear it anyway. Y'all remember that Sonic game? Sonic the Hedgehog 2 or 1. I don't remember. But you get the emerald. Is this the emerald? You get the wrong emerald and it sets you back. Eve ate the apple and Adam ate the apple, and then they noticed they were naked, and it made them ashamed. So yeah, we've been eating foods like red dye foods and stuff for a while, and I can't wait to see what RFK comes up with, you know, you know. So yeah. Hold up. I want to show y'all something. What is the life expectancy of an American citizen? 77 years old. The life expectancy in 2022 was 61.5 years old, which is nearly 8 years shorter than for African American women. In 2021, the life expectancy for females was 80.2 years, while the life expectancy for males was 74.8 years. The life expectancy for the U.S. projected to increase to 79.9 years in 2035 and 80.4 years in 2050. I think that's because we got artificial intelligence involved. But a lot of factors play in that: health risk, race, and ethnicities. Non-Hispanic American, Indian, Alaska Native people had the largest drop in life expectancy, which is not good. It dropped for the second year in a row. You know what I wondered though? Why are they doing all these cocaine? Oh God, why did I say that? Why are they doing all these drug tests? Now they gonna censor me. Why are they doing all these drug tests on lab rats overseas? And they're studying it. Did y'all remember? Do y'all remember there being drugs found in the White House? There were drugs, illegal drugs found in the White House. And I won't say what kind of drugs. I tried to say it just now, but if I say too much, they're going to censor me on TikTok. So I'll just say drugs. You know, there were illegal drugs found in the White House during Bidenomics era, and nobody knew where it came from. And I'm like, how you not know? And how did it get in? Why are they doing this with lab rats? And they're waiting for them to defecate on themselves, and they're testing them with alcohol. And why are they doing this? Because they're testing them like they're testing us. They're testing them like they're testing us. They keep us nice and loaded off of alcohol and drugs so that we can deviate from our issues other than what's really going on. But now that people are waking up, it's like it's different. When somebody that high up say that they're in a spiritual crisis, you better believe them. When you watch stuff like the Joe Rogan, I haven't been watching the Joe Rogan Experience only because I don't get to share it with you guys because it's a copyrighted notice. He's like the highest paid podcaster out there, one of the highest paid podcasters out there. But when somebody say we're in a spiritual battle, believe them. I'm telling you, man, they know what's going on the higher ups. And I did watch a Joe Rogan show where it was Tucker Carlson on there. And I apologize to Tucker Carlson, but it was a Tucker Carlson on there. And he said, what did he say? He said, that there are both benevolent aliens on this planet and non-benevolent aliens on this planet. He talked to a researcher from Harvard or some type of prestigious school that told him that he got his intel from a government official that said that there's both benevolent and non-benevolent species on this planet that is fighting for this world, both good and bad. You know, the light will always defeat the darkness. The light will always defeat the darkness. But you see what happens. If somebody walked up to you with $1 million and say, I'll give you $1 million. All you got to do is work with me and dislike Donald Trump and talk shit about him every day and try to take down his reign, would you do it? Just make up shit. Just make up random shit about him and spread it. Long term ADHD medicine is not good for kids because it's amphetamines. It's not like methamphetamines, but it's the same class as methamphetamines. It's a temporary fix. And they get used to that drug. They get irritable without the drug. So it doesn't help. I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something. Before we get, now you heard him say we are in a spiritual battle. I I don't think I it's ABC News, so it's 60 minutes should be free and not copyrighted because it should come on ABC. So it shouldn't be copyrighted where you have to pay for it. So let me open up another browser and look it up. I want to show y'all something. Show y'all that we are in a spiritual battle. Oh, now they don't want to. I don't know if that one. I need the whole one. This is 60 minutes. Let me look one more thing up. Is 60 minutes copyrighted? Copyright free? Can I play 60 minutes on YouTube? I'm so glad I'm looking this up. No, and not get my page taken. No, oh my God. Okay, I won't show y'all because it's copyrighted. I can't show y'all. But she said the gods are against you. Basically, she said the gods are against you. When Trump was on his way out of office, she said her exact words. I remember every footage I ever seen. She said the gods seem to be against you now. And she was talking about China. She was talking about all the main um, countries, um, you know, and it seemed that way because they wanted to go to war at the time and get ahead of the game of America at the time. And you see what happened when he got out of office and Biden came into office. We were at war, and we were we were going through war at our own country, in our own country, with illegals coming in. We were going through war with illegally, and we were going through war with Ukraine and Iraq and Russia with and then China sending. I at first I thought that Mexico was morphing, literally morphing, which is a word, and technically it can be done, but has it been done? I can't say because I wasn't there, but I thought that Mexicans were morphing into Chinese people because they were like, Chinese people are coming through the border. I said, how the hell is Chinese people coming through the border? Just smuggling drugs, just a free for all, literally damaging our country even more with fentanyl. So, this is what, yeah. So why did the FDA do that? Why did the FDA, it can cause cancer. Why did the FDA, children don't know it's cancerous. So when they see bright cherry red sprinkles on their cupcakes or in their cakes or whatever, they're going to eat it. They don't know that this is petroleum that they're eating, that is a cancerous and can cause anger issues, you know. But the FDA banned it already in certain items. I think it was makeup or something. They banned it already in certain red dye in makeup or something, or some type of item. And then they left it in food. Does the FDA have our best interests at heart? Do we really know what we're eating? Now, imagine that Trump Trump is trying to come up with these drugs, and he did, but he was kept out of, like, it was like he was kept out of the light with most of this shit. And you can believe it or not, but his first term as president, they were keeping him out of the loop with a lot of shit. And he didn't know what was going on. This is his first term as president. I watched so many videos and it really made me mad. He Mike Pence, just straight loony, different other characters turned on him. You know, it was this one video, I'll never forget it, where a guy came in the office where he was doing a report or reading something. And he started literally, I don't know if it, I know it was, he was trying to taunt Trump into arguing with him. I don't know where that video is. I can't find it. But I was finding video after video after video. And he told him to get out. And he started laughing. And I was like, what the hell, man? They were going in, like Little Wayne saying, I'm going in, I'm going in. They were going in on him his first term. And now that he got everything together, the second term, they're mad, and they're trying to do what they usually do, which is to dilute the truth and turn it into some twisted truth. Like they seem like they did street lobotomies. Like, you got a street butt implant, and you got a surgical medical butt implant. Which one are you going to go with first? But everybody seems to go for the cheaper one. Like, these people will lie very quick, and I verify it. I verify it. I'll look it up on the internet. Every time I used to look up on the internet, how much is Ukraine getting from Biden? It's always an extra 200 million, 200 million. Why is the war stopping right now? They about to stop the war between Ukraine and Russia. And guess what? Ukraine is going to have to give up some land. So why couldn't this be done with Biden? Why it take for all these people to die? They're dead. Why did it take all these people to die? And then, I'm sorry, this is a 30-minute show, but I'm sorry. And then you got obese or overweight. They were testing the COVID in labs. The COVID was in what kind of lab? What lab was it? I forgot. It's in China. The Wuhan lab. They were testing it before it got outbreak. But they were testing it, which means just like they tested the cocaine in the lab rats, just like they tested the alcohol in the lab rats, they are testing COVID in lab rats. So I wonder why that happened. We've studied it. If we consume junk food, we will be less likely to want to do anything. We will be less likely to want to go out and we will buy bigger clothes, which cost more, and we have to shop at certain stores. Um, we would have to, we buy junk food all the time. Our judgment is more cloudier. We're more depressed. We don't want to go nowhere. We're isolated because we're too big to go anywhere. We have all those things going on with us while obese. Just like the COVID. The COVID hit, people that were obese, I didn't even know that, were dying. This is what I mean by when I say that they hype up stuff and they get paid to do this. They get paid, and they have secrets that they hide, because if somebody gave you $1 million or $2 million, like, how is it that Nancy Pelosi have all this money and yet she she doesn't even work as House Speaker no more? And yeah, it's just ridiculous. Elizabeth Warren is saying, she's making all this money and yet she's not making all this money. Like, they get paid to do this. They're getting paid. And then what more to pay a black person to sit up there and get more black people recruited in a Democrat light, to sit up there and say we're at war, to make black people believe that we're at war. What are we at war at? He's going through to see that it's drugs being put in lab rats overseas. Sesame Street is being played in Iraq. Like, funding is being played, is being sent over for Sesame Street to be played in Iraq. Transgender being funded over in Iraq or Afghanistan. Like, why can't we fund our autistic children and study them a little bit more to see if we can find a cure for it, or do Neuralink a little bit more, or so many things we could be doing with this money, trillions of dollars. But then they're using them as pawns. They're using them as pawns. They're pawns. Now you see why Beyonce and all these stars are with the Democrats because they pay them. you know, you know, I don't know that for sure. I'm not there, but I know that there's a reason why they flock to the Democrats more than the Republicans. They no, they pay them because it's a fact that Beyonce got paid for the campaign that Kamala Harris did, and she paid Oprah too. So these stars get paid to show up to these events, and these stars get paid to support them, which means that everybody gets paid to come out there and talk shit about the Republicans. I mean, do you ever think that it would have came to men and women's sports because of a sex change and some medications to change the man into a woman's the man's voice into a woman's voice? Do you think, but the chromosome will always remain true, the X chromosome? So don't give me don't give me that crap. Like, why would you test that out? That's unfair. That is so unfair that it came to that. That is so unfair, man. How can you sit up there and put a man and female space? I'm okay with bisexual, lesbian, transgender, fine. But you cannot put a male in female sports. It's like whoever's pulling the strings, it's like, they're like, who cares? I'm a male, who cares? Like they want to be us so bad. And I get it. It's a mental thing, you know, but this wasn't going on back in the day. What was happening centuries ago, millenniums ago? They didn't have sex changes back then. It was gay stuff going on, yeah. But they didn't have this shit where they was changing penises and vaginas, long time ago. But they still will have the strength of a man. And they still will have the non-strength of a female. They're just using the LGBTQ, and they're just using the Hispanic community to gain more votes. This is all what it's about, to gain more votes with the LGBTQ community and to gain more votes with the Hispanic community by allowing Hispanics to vote. That's all it is. That is all it is. And if another Democrat get into office too soon, we're going to see this whole transformation that Trump made fall. So there must be a plan in place. It is so wrong that the Democrats said that they won fair and square. They won fair and square, but yet when Trump wins, they are taking everything he does to court. Everything he does and Doge does, they're taking to court. They're not going to do exactly what Trump did when Trump said that he won, but they're going to sit up there and take everything that he does to court that can get them in trouble because they're getting them in trouble. And you know what's the hardest thing to recognize here out of everything? The people is so warped. Some of the people, you got woke people, but some of the people just don't care. You got some people that just don't care about anything. They just want to talk shit all day, every day. And it's like they they sway more to Democrats because more black people sway towards Democrats because they don't see no black people in a Republican Party. But I don't look at color. I look at what they're doing that can help me out. The stock markets, the many other things, DEI, many other things that they are doing to help build my future for the better, and I don't know. It's just like I want that future that I never got to have before because Democrats had chances to prove themselves. The Democrats had chances to prove themselves, and they did not prove themselves throughout since the 90s. Since the 90s, they talk a good game. They talk a good fucking game, but they don't come through with solutions. Instead, they have their, you know, solutions in the background, you know, and it's terrible. It's terrible, man. I think we should work together in a bipartisan way, yes. But that leads me, I will always have my ears open and my eyes open in working with a Democrat because they're me working in the military, me working at Convergence, me working at Alorca, me working at various different jobs. I done put in work. I done put in work. And my taxes went towards what? My taxes and hard work went towards what? A war that could have been set up and arranged for money purposes. For money purposes. We never know. For oil purposes, we never know. I broke my back in the military. All it takes is a meltdown to happen. Is somebody to come up with a good lie to tell for the Democrats to tell the population for money to be funded and them to tell the population some type of lie that will get buzzing and get the whole 350, 60 million people talking about the Republicans for a new Democrat president to be the president of the United States. Who cares about what Trump did? Who cares about what he's doing? But this is what happens. And then all the same players from uh from Hollywood come out and start talking like they did last time. I don't want to see it happen no more. We, you know, it's the truth, man. You know, I just can't. Everything that Trump is doing, I see why he's doing. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for it. I'm for it. Everything that he's doing, I'm for it. I can't help that I'm for it. I can't help it. It may hurt some people, it may anger some people, but this is my opinion. This is why I voted for him twice. This is why. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry because you're entitled to your opinion and I'm entitled to my opinion. And I've did my research. I've done my research. And this is what I I've gone through. What I've gone through has been enough. Men shouldn't play in women's sports altogether. Would you feel comfortable with a man with a full beard wearing fake breasts, have a full underarm hair and lipstick on and a dress on, and it's big belly, all that, just saying, hey, how are you? And like, and then they brought them into schools. I remember I watched this man with the cheapest wig possible. It had to be a $2 wig. He must have bought it from the party wig shop. No, that's too good. He must have bought it from the thrift store on a cheap expender. And he went to the school, a elementary, a preschool, talking about the LGBT in Iraq. He was reading a book he wrote. And they were talking about, it is good to be gay in Iraq. Like, what? If that's what you want for your future, he's wearing a dress. He's a drag queen. I don't want none of my children around that, even grown. Because those type of people have very bad depression issues. They don't know what they want. They want to be a woman. They become a woman. They go in women's locker rooms. They still get excited off of women. It's perverted. Some people do it just so they can get into locker rooms. I don't want to hear no more. So with that being said, y'all, I done lost a few people. I really don't care. What's right is what's right. What's right is what's right. You take into account that, you know, people don't understand. I done been around gay people. I done been around bisexual people. My sister is bisexual. Like, they don't know what they want. They don't know whether they want to be bisexual or straight. Which bisexual is straight, and you know, pick a side. And then they're abusive. And then they get mad if you call them out their name. They could be wearing a full beard. They could be wearing a full beard and a dress. And you say, "Hey, sir," they get mad. How can you get mad at that? The ones I've came across have done me no good. The ones, only the ones that I've came across, all of the ones I've came across have been rude. They were atheists and they done me no good. Not to say there aren't good ones out there. I have faith in good ones, but they're being too sensitive, man. They're being way too sensitive, man. Can I be sensitive about my race? Can I be sensitive about my race for a second? I'm black. Can I get a little privilege? Can I get a little privilege for my race? Or because you LGBT is supposed to be a high priority to you? We've been slaves. You're not a slave. You just woke up one day and decided you wanted to be a woman. And that, I'll let that marinate.
Never waste my time. You are out.